Welcome to Tarot Q&A Tuesday. It's a crazy rainy day here in Raglan, so if you can hear the raindrops on the tin shed that I am currently filming out of, then lucky you, because it's a beautiful sound, isn't it? Today I'm going to share with you how to send in your card and how the Tarot Q&A works, because we've had a lot of new subscribers and some people are asking, how do they ask their question? You simply email me or text me, Fiona@sirensoul.com. That's SIREN.com. I'm happy to hear from you. I love your questions. If you can't make the live, you can always watch the replay. Therefore, we're going to begin with a few questions that have already been sent in. Halfway through somewhere, we'll do a collective consciousness reading, which means that if you haven't asked a question, or even if you have, you'll get a double whammy. This is for you. Now, there's no such thing as time or space in the cosmos. Therefore, if you watch this video in a year from now or 10 years from now and you hear this message, it's for you. There's no such thing as a coincidence. We love a good bit of synchronicity. Without further ado, I'm going to launch into one of the questions, and that will be the first one who catches my eye, Ryan. Ryan, is there a reason I'm still where I'm at with this business, if not deeper in than I ever expected before, despite not wanting to be? He wants to get out. All right, let's just tune in to say, is there a reason? Is there a reason why this has gone the opposite way to the plan of attack? Well, that's kind of a yes-no question, so we'll start with a basic yes-no, but this probably will give us a bit of an insight as to why at the same time. Is there a reason? Is there a reason? There's always a reason, isn't there? So really it's more like, what is the reason? Well, interestingly enough, we find you the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is actually a chap in one world dreaming of another world. And the issue with this is that you're not in the present moment, and you've really got to embrace what is, accept what is, and allow that to be okay, because that resistance with the acceptance is actually causing more stress than the actual situation itself. Whilst we can see you're dreaming of a different world and it feels correct action, it feels like you need to be doing something that you're more passionate about. It feels the passion for this particular business has dwindled away. However, you're in it. It is what it is. So if you can accept it and just allow that stress to rise, you'll probably see the next stage appear sooner rather than later. And that will be more intuitively, because when we stress, we're too much in our head and we need to tap out of the head and feel into our inner wisdom. Yeah, this is what it feels like inside your head right now. A massive kerfuffle. See all those swords? Oh, they're actually wands. They're actually staffs. They are like this inner conflict. That's the first stage to lessen the blow. I know it sounds a little woo and perhaps not as logical as the mainstream way of thinking. Trust me on this. Let go. Stop pushing and forcing and allow. We're going to leave it there for now because I've got a load of questions. So the next person is Jess. She wants a card about her current energies. So a lot of things going on. So a lot of different... What's going on? Just pull me a card about my energies. Well, that's quite general, but we'll just see where we can go with it, because sometimes we just need a little piece of advice about how to pull ourselves together, right? So let's see what Jess needs to hear right now. Oh, this is beautiful. We've got the Empress. Now, the Empress is the mother. She is Mother Nature. She is the absolute essence of creativity, creation. She's she's pregnant with a baby in this. However, the message for you would be inclined to say you need to be the mother for yourself. That means look after yourself, nurture yourself, be kind to yourself, and be compassionate. I know that's like a bit of an eye roll moment for many people and they think they're already doing it. However, we need in this case to just extend that by touching with nature, getting out, maybe do a dance in the rain while it's so crazy out there right now. Really connect in with those natural healing vibes that nature provides. So your Mother Nature, she is the goddess, she is the divine feminine. So anything that represents that feminine energy is what you need right now. Stop trying and forcing. A bit of a theme there with Ryan. Sometimes we just need to allow the natural flow that nature does so well. All right, there you go, Jess. We're going to whip into the next person. Renee S. Renee S. Lucky because she showed up here today. All right. What does the next year for business look like for me? Huge question. We could actually do an entire reading on that question. However, what we'll do is we'll just get a general overview because we'll obviously be able to see whether it's looking favorable or not so much. And in this case, we'll also be able to find out whether this is a favorable moment that is in your destiny, or is it something that you're creating? Maybe if it's not looking so good, we could see that there could be a shift in your attitude, meaning free will plays a huge component. So the tarot is perfect for picking up the blocks before we stumble across them. It's a fantastic diagnostic tool. So, Renee S., let's get into it. What does she need to hear next year? What's next year? This year. Next year, wasn't it? Next year. Well, I suppose you're leading into it. Oh, this is awesome. You couldn't get a better card. In fact, hello, more wands. Previous reading I've done for you had shown a lot of starter energy, a lot of fire, a lot of enthusiasm that comes from a creative source. This is the second chakra in our array of 7 chakras. This is the creative womb energy. Let's not forget, we're all about these patterns today, right? This is more about that woman, divine, feminine essence. So when you can tap into that second chakra, you can activate more of your creative flow. Now, this is where the passion, the fire is ignited, and then you can go charging ahead. That was the Knight of Wands, which says, how would next year business look? Pretty fun. Pretty much in a good movement, riding ahead, guns blazing. Need I say more? Thumbs up to next year. That would also suggest perhaps diving into a bit of soul seeking about what exactly are you passionate about? Like, what lights your fire? I always encourage people to write lists about things they love. It starts to stir up those good vibe feelings, and from there you just get a domino effect of even more exciting feelings, and that way you kind of accidentally discover things that you're passionate about. Basically, what gets you excited? Follow your bliss, you could say. Who's up next? Shelley! Been a long time. Can you tell me if I will be successful with this amazing job I've applied for? Shelley. Let's get into Shelley's energy. Shelley. Okay, Shelley, can we pull a card? But is it likely that, is it most probable based on the current energy that Shelley will get this very exciting job that she's applied for? She's been waiting a while to hear from this by the sense of it. Getting a little bit impatient? No, just super curious. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. I've chosen 2 cards for you. I mean, you couldn't get a better card. The first card is the Page of Pentacles, which implies a new job. The page is like an infant, a child, which would, in this case, say the start of something. The pentacle is often applied to money-making ventures, jobs, career, anything that's our grounded reality. So that's a yes. Looks like a new job. Couldn't resist pulling a second card. What did I get? Happiest card in the deck. Boom. Amazing. Wow. You know, I just had this funny feeling, though, there might be another hoop you have to go through. To be warned, don't get disheartened. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep the energy high. Otherwise, you'll just muck it up by bombarding any self-doubt. Know that this is time for change and you deserve it. Okay, who's up next? Let's get into it. Mike. I'm super frustrated with work. What thing? Oh my goodness, it's all about work today, isn't it? I'm super frustrated with work. Trying to figure out what I'm meant to be learning from the dramas. Do I have any insight for him? Okay, well, we will say, Mike, when that card just flipped out, I wonder if that's relevant. Sometimes it is. Hey Jess, nice to see you. We have actually just pulled your card ahead of time. It was the Empress. No shock there. Anyway, we can answer another question if you want to pop it in the chat since you've missed your live aspect. Now, I'm reading for Mike. I've had a couple of cards pull out. I don't want to assume they're his, since we've got a lot of people, a lot of energies in the room at this time. So what is the reason? Is there any insight, the lesson that Mike ought to be learning by the frustrations that he's experienced in business? Do you know what's interesting? It's really important to realize that's a great self-awareness process, to look at the frustration and ask yourself, what am I learning? What am I meant to be learning? What am I not picking up? What is the universe putting down that I cannot see? Well, we will see. Is there insight for Mikey Mike? Oh my goodness, I can't even find your card. No wonder you can't find the insight. Okay. Is this the correct card for Mike? What is the message? Is this the correct card? Okay, cool. All right, well, we have the Nine of Pentacles. In regard to the question, what is my lesson? This person in this particular card is extremely happy in their own skin. They are very independent. They are financially independent, financially stable in their own right, by themselves, with their little birdie there, or in some cases it's people's dogs or cats, this could be. Why the frustrations? How does that relate? Sometimes we need another card to get some insight. I can see why. Ooh, man, I can see why you are challenged in this situation. The frustration is really causing a lot of other illusions to go on in your mind. That was me picking up the Seven of Cups, which I didn't show you. What I'd like to explain with this is it feels like there's a lot of meaning to be made about situations. This does feel very stressful in the mind, like there's a lot of fight in you rather than just being happy in that independence. I know that's not really a very clear answer. Allow me just to go a little bit deeper, because I realize that you want a bigger reason. Well, sometimes the reason isn't actually a big reason. It's just a reminder to stop fighting and to take the road of least resistance. Sometimes we just think there has to be this amazing meaning for something. It's not so much that everything is a lesson, so much as it's an encouragement to get back on the path of your soul's purpose, which means the yucky feelings are simply saying wrong path, wrong attitude, change your focus. Maybe don't make it mean something that you're creating a story about. Maybe because it's not going the way you want it. But sometimes we don't know what's as good for us as our higher self or as the universe does. As much as, and you know what? I've just pulled another card for you. Same card. Same card, Nine of Pentacles. The lesson is to come into that beautiful, confident person that you truly are. At the moment, you're feeling quite a bit not your true self, like you're out of balance. And when we feel those low vibe emotions, that's the first sign to come back and do the real you. It can also imply you might just want to change a few limiting beliefs. Some work to do. Perhaps, excuse me, don't like to be bossy, but sometimes I so am though. Yeah, a little filling up of your own cup so that you've got extra energy to deal with life's challenges. Whew, yeah, sometimes these are tricky to answer in a nutshell when I'm doing speed tarot here. However, we do our best. The next question, we're changing it up a bit. It's going from business to love. Love. Catherine, it's a Tinder question. We love a good love question. I'm meeting a new guy for the first time on Tinder this Friday. Woohoo! Will it be a successful match? Could it be long term? Let's just pull a general about the whole overall feel of it, and we will find out in no time. And the drum roll for this potential love life interest for Catherine. Is that the card? Oh! Oh my goodness, look. Look, look. Oh my god, the light's crazy. So this is the Ace of Cups, which says new love, self-love, love, fill your own cup up. Funny, I was just talking about that for the last person. So these readings today are just entwining each other with one another. Quite often the case, no coincidence if you're here. Most of these messages will be relevant for many of you. So we're going to say that's feeling pretty nice. And in answer to, will it be long term? Just act like, well, act like it is, and also just be in the now. Enjoy the adventures and the playful side that meeting a new person could bring. I think too many times, and I've done this myself 1,000 times over, we want to know, are they going to be the one? Are they the outcome? Well, actually, it's just the now that we're working with. And ultimately, it doesn't matter. Is it feeling good today? Could you just have a nice time? It's probably worth the ride. Give it 2 thumbs up. Okay, let's talk. Willa, do you have a question, Willa? Type that into the chat if you have a question. Shelley, Renee M. We have Renee M's question. And after this one, we're going to do the group reading. Does anybody have a request for how many cards? 1, 2, or 3? We could get creative with it. In the meantime, Renee M. I'm feeling really sick at the moment. Headaches and exhaustion. Oh, that's a bit shit. Will I be okay by the time I travel to Seattle next Tuesday? Do you notice how I'm doing this now? Oh my gosh. Will you be okay? What's going on with your health? Okay. Renee M. Let's see. It's not actually looking overly favourable at this time. Therefore, we will suggest that we give you some advice on what to do about that. Because maybe you can hasten the process. Okay, this is an interesting one that people don't think about a lot for their well-being. I know it might not sound that powerful. I'm going to simply say, get grounded. That means literally with the electromagnetic fields of the world. So go for a beach walk in your bare feet, dance in the rain, run on the grass, get your feet into nature, or go hug a tree, connecting with nature, and really feel the healing vibes that you can get free of charge for half an hour a day for the next few days, and watch the revelation. In fact, if you've seen the Earthing movie on the Gaia channel, well worth a watch. Very interesting documentary about the healing powers of getting your naked body in touch with earth. When I say that, it can be literally just the soles of your feet. And if you don't want to go barefoot, do you know what you can do? You can actually get a stick, like a walking, not like a walking stick, but use it like a walking stick, like an actual twig, like a staff, like the actual like the wands in the tarot. Grab one of those, hold it, and that will connect you to the earth. So if you're wanting to do a bushwalk and you don't want to go barefoot, grab a stick and keep plodding it along into the earth. Pretty cool tip, right, guys? Okay, we have a question from young Willa. She's our youngest tarot watcher yet, and she has asked, will I get pet bunnies for my birthday? This is the best question I've ever had. I love this. However, hold the line, caller, because I did promise everyone we would do the collective consciousness reading next. What we're going to do is pull 3 cards to tell a story that we all need to tune into for this particular week, I'm going to say. This week. A 3-card spread for everyone watching. What do we need to hear? 3 cards. A little message. A little bit of wisdom. Do you know what? The tarot has been one of my greatest teachers. People don't realize that it's not a fortune telling tool. It's a self-discovery modality that connects you with the journey of life. I love educating people on this because it's so misunderstood. 1, 2. That's not 2. That is it 2? Is that 2? No? Okay. Excuse me, guys. Nearly there. Is that 2? Is that 3? No. Okay. 3, 3, 3. No, 3. Okay, I've got my cards. A drum roll, please. I'm not that good at that bit. 1, 2, 3. Oh. All right. Of course, everybody's got different journeys, so I'm going to read this in multiple ways. Should I show you them all at once? No, one at a time. The first card, it is a time of contemplation. This is when you are either wondering or pondering something, or perhaps you need to take time out to meditate and find stillness so that you can get clarity on something. If you are confused about something, or if you want an answer to something, this is your opportunity to find that meditative space, because I feel you've got these ideas and a missing piece to your puzzle. There's something else you need to find out. So this could be anything from the drama of somebody potentially having an affair on you, and you've got to find out this last piece of the puzzle. Is it actually true? It's a bit dramatic, isn't it? Through to, how do I really help my health? Is there something I need to look at that I'm not considering yet? So, this could be anything. When we're trying to find that last little clue in our life, meditate. Or at least be still with yourself and focus on your breath so you're not using your mind. It's an art of getting into your heart so that you can allow that missing piece of your puzzle, that extra clue, to just spontaneously pop into your head. Because what we see here is many of us at the moment are trapping our flow of life, our flow of conscious energy, our flow of inner wisdom by overthinking. I want you to look really close at this card, okay? This card is a woman who has these bandages wrapped around her body and an eye blindfold on. She thinks that she's trapped in her life or in her situation or in her relationship or in her job or in her body or in her health, whatever is driving her mad at this time. She's not trapped. She's thinking things about it. In fact, last night in the Cosmic Consulting class, we talked about the meaning of life. Well, what we talked about really was that we give everything meaning. We say, oh, they did that. It must mean this. She said this. Obviously, she means that about me. She thinks this about me. We make up these stories. We make up a story about what anything means. And if we can just get out of that storytelling sometimes and into our heart, these two go perfectly together. It's really a time to just stop. Stop trying to force an answer. Stop trying to think your way through a situation. Just allow yourself to become the wisest person you know. You are the wisdom. You have the wisdom within. All you need to do is learn how to bring it out, how to listen to it, how to know what the signs look like in life. And guess what? If you want to know how to do more of that, come and do more of the Siren Soul stuff. Oracle Encore. We are launching a new division, Oracle Encore. It's an incredible collection of modalities that you can use to help you be your own wisdom. Watch this space. There'll be more coming in upcoming weeks. Now, the outcome of doing this means that, look, more love in your world, more feeling good, more an overflowing fulfillment in your life, potentially even new love. Here's a good example. If we think we need to do this and do that and go on Tinder and look up this to get a new partner in our life, too much effort. It's not following the signs. It's doing how we think we should do it. That could be aligned to any topic. So let's round this message up. Overall, just find some space in your mind once a day for a little bit of time so that you can tap into your wisdom that you have forgotten was already there, so that you can then feel life, feel the fulfillment of your days, feel the beautiful, fulfilling love that is all around you. And throw a bit of self-love in there while you're at it. Okay, we have a very important question to answer about bunnies. Oh, we've got another question there as well. 2 more questions and then we're wrapping it up, I think, guys. I will just double check. Jess, Renee S, Ryan, Mike, Catherine, Renee M, and Shelley. Let us tune in. Willa, safe and appropriate to read for Willa. Will she get bunnies for her birthday? Oh, this is so nice. This is so nice. This is a definite yes, Willa, Renee. This is the Empress. Do you know what? The Empress is like, she's an animal lover. She is Mother Nature. We've talked about her today already. So the Empress, she talks to the animals. She's the mother to the animals. This is such a yes. Yes, yes, yes. And Locke wants to know if he will win his next tackle game. How old are you now, Locke? How old are you now? Tackle. Didn't know you. Oh, is that like mini rugby? I guess it is. Will he win? You know, it's very hard to answer questions like this because it's all about people's free will and their own actions. But we're just going to give you a probable outcome. We're going to choose a card that, do you know what I got here, Locke? Locke is 7 years old. Is this the card for Locke? Okay, we've just been talking about this card, the 4 of Swords, where there was a missing piece to the puzzle. What I'm going to suggest, Locke, is that what needs to happen in your team need to get together, and together you need to make a new plan, have a new idea of how you're going to maybe change positions, or perhaps you're going to have a new strategy. Do you know what that means? Because I think it all comes down to you guys adding a little new skill to your game. There you go. And then if you do that, I think that I've got a celebration card here. I see you holding up literally a trophy. Look at that. These people are holding up cups. They could be like trophy cups, right? So find the missing piece to the puzzle. Find the extra thing that your team need to work together to do, and you will win. I see you celebrating. So hopefully you can find that missing piece to the puzzle, because that's the answer. There you go. How exciting! How exciting, guys! Well, anyway, it's been groovy. It's so fun to have you here. You know I love you lots. Please be here next week live, and we will catch you same time next week, 4:44 Tarot Q&A Tuesday. If you'd like to put your question into the comments of this video on YouTube, you are more than welcome. I will check those if you can't remember my email or phone number. Lots of love. Ciao for now. Bye.